Pastor Dutchy Beats.
That's the levels, man. That's the levels we're looking for. Man like AC.
Yo.
What's going on?
You right?
Yeah, cool, man. What you saying?
Man's
We
all
doing?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people, welcome to another episode of the How You Doing Mate podcast with me, Genesis Elijah, man like DJ Terry Hooligan, and the one and only A to the goddamn C. Shit. Yeah, it's been a mad one. How you look there, man?
That's for AC.
I don't even really talk to Terry during the week. I talk to AC every now and then. AC be belling off my line, but I don't talk to Terry during the week.
AC's a media addict. Like I wake up in the morning and I've got either a WhatsApp, a Twitter, a Facebook reply, or some kind of like Instagram message from him.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
I can't help it, man. I like politics, innit?
You like firing off.
Do you know what pissed me off? Actually, did it even piss me off? It didn't piss me off. It just made me just go, fuck this. So we have a group chat on WhatsApp, yeah. How you doing, mate? Podcast. So for me, Terry and AC, you know what I mean? So we can just like say, yo, what time are you doing a podcast? That kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so I checked it the other.
It's not really that though. Is it?
I checked it the other day, yeah. And there were over 100 messages I haven't read. So I was like, fuck that shit. I don't know what the fuck you lot are talking about. I don't want nothing to do with it. It was like
It's
just memeing back and forth.
It's moving back and forth, but it's AC just trying to get both of us involved in his like kind of online campaigns.
Yeah, man. That's what it's
AC
about.
guilt tripping us into it.
That's what it's about, man.
And I was like, this week was a mad week as well, yeah, because obviously doing these weekly singles, it's a lot of stress as far as just getting everything ready, whatever. And this week was particularly more stressful because I had a video that I wanted to get done for Friday. I overestimated my editing skills and it took me at least 2 days longer. So I'm there trying to edit this video, yeah, with like no time to go. And I'm like trying to get this video done. So I did 3 days where I went from morning till night editing this video. And I got AC belling me non-stop. Yo, oi, check this out. Oi, did you see this?
You know what it is? It's because I had to take time off and isolate, innit? I had not much really to do, innit? I was feeling too tired to be able to work.
Yeah.
So I just was on my phone or I was just watching TV. So it was one of the
Are you back out in the world now?
Yeah, I can go out again now. So like this week I've been doing a lot of Zoom meetings, but then next week I start teaching again, but it's all got to be online now, innit? The government said, so not going into uni at all, just all online.
How are you going to teach online? Just over Zoom?
Yeah, all over Zoom, man. Yeah.
So
yeah. We use different things. Like, say that again.
Are you immune now?
I don't know.
You got immunity, local immunity, like for if you had COVID, you're immune for like up to 6 months or something. Or I don't know.
Oh, for real? Okay, cool, man. Cool.
Oh yeah, I'm not AC. I'm not a fucking doctor.
Yeah,
I'm not a fucking doctor, AC. So don't take my word for it. But I swear, like normal flu, whatever. If you catch it, you can't catch it straight away because your antibodies are still up in it. So like one of the things they were using to help COVID, people who had COVID really bad, they were using the blood.
More COVID.
My cousin got it.
Plasma. They were using the plasma, so getting the blood from people who had COVID.
Yeah.
Using that to help other people beat COVID.
Oh,
that's what a vaccine is.
She got the vaccine and then she got COVID.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but they're saying that. And another cousin of mine in America, she got the vaccine and her parents were both fine, but then she got COVID. So
that's mad. So the vaccine don't even fucking work.
That don't work.
Well, they're saying
Terror was right, man. Terror was right. They're just microchips in people.
But they're saying that it's some people get a mild form of it. Like my cousin's positive, but she's only got a cough.
Right. Okay.
She hasn't got any other symptoms at all apart from the dry cough.
Same.
And my other cousin, she actually collapsed, so she had to be taken into the hospital. But I don't think I'm not sure about her symptoms now. I'm not sure.
Same. On a morbid note, man. On a morbid note, quite a sad note to be fair. Obviously, we're kind of, it gets closer to us every day. People that we know that have COVID, but also people that we know that are dying from COVID. And my first label boss and kind of manager, Ims, he died from COVID last week. Yeah, man. And it's mad as well because like his mum died from it like literally a couple of days before him. So yeah, it's mad. So rest in peace, Ims.
Yeah. How old was he?
Ims is like my age, man. Like he might even be younger than me, to be fair.
Did he have any underlying conditions?
I don't even know. Not like I don't think so. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know. But he was, when I knew him, he was like very overweight. And then what he had done over the years has got really healthy. He got into boxing. So he's kind of, you know what I mean, got healthy, got into shape, better shape than me. Yeah. And was, you know what I mean, was from what I could see, he was doing his thing. Me and him, we didn't speak anymore. Like we had our differences or whatever. But every now I would see him doing his thing. But one of my other label mates, we got signed at the same time. She was still in touch with his family. So she messaged me. Told me what happened. I found out yesterday, man. Mad. So rest in peace to Ims. That's Broken Soul. So for those who, you probably would have never heard of me if it wasn't for Depp on Road, didn't it? And Depp on Road came out under his label. He was the one who put it all together. He got us signed with the parent label. Did bare stuff, man. Bare stuff. He used to pick me up from my yard, drop me to the studio. We used to do that like 3-4 times a week. Man used to come from Bedford, pick me up in Watford, drive back and forth. I told you that story the other day when I forgot the first Mother's Day present.
Anniversary. Oh, Mother's Day. Yeah.
He's the one he drove. He was like, all right, cool, let's go. Drove me to flipping some service station out in the middle of nowhere to get it. So, yeah, man. Good dude.
Did you get any Above the Law album as well?
No, we didn't. We didn't get no. I didn't get a
she was down there, didn't you?
Happy Mother's Day. Here's your barking basement Bay Area hip hop album.
Third and hardly known MC8 album.
Here's the Master P album that was never released. Somehow he's managed to end up on a cassette. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a cassette maxi single.
But yeah, shit is getting mad, man. It's getting close. People are man. It's affecting a lot of people.
They say one in, what was it, 30 out of every thousands or something like that. In London, yeah.
Yeah, 1 in 30 or something.
No, 1 in 30.
Oh, like, shit, it's 1 in 30.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what's funny? The other day, I went to, where did I go? I went somewhere and I was counting people. I was like, 1, 2, 3. I was like, if I see 30 people, one of you got it. But I didn't see 30 people, but it's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to see 30 people at the moment, man.
That's it. Everyone's indoors. This lockdown seems, I guess we're dealing with it a lot easier. As far as like we're used to it, but I think mentally it's a bit more challenging, man.
Still taking a toll, man.
Yeah, it's like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
There's no nuance here between people who are like, the lockdown shouldn't happen. It's you're fucking with our rights. You're making things worse. Between those people and the people like, yeah, we need to lock down. I feel like you can agree that lockdown is bad. You can agree that lockdown is fucking up people's mental health. You can agree that lockdown is fucking up people's livelihoods, and still feel like, yeah, we understand why you have lockdown.
But all I do when people are going on like that is just say, look at New Zealand. That's it. Just look at New Zealand now. They did a strict lockdown last year, and now they're raving. They've got raves on, they've got clubs on, they've got bars open, they've got festivals going on. So that's if we'd have done the same thing last year, maybe we'd be in their position now. Obviously, it's going to be more difficult because we're a bigger country and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said there for them being like one of the most isolated countries in the world and only having about 10 people there.
Yep.
Like
what's their population, like 5 million or something, was it?
Yeah. I mean,
that's crazy.
There's double that in Greater London.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, it's fucking mad, really. I mean, if you look at people have used New Zealand as like an example, but if you look at just even Luton Airport in comparison to whatever, like what's their Christchurch, I think it is, or whatever it is, they're comparable in size, and that's our smallest airport.
Yeah.
Like with the amount of people that not physically inside, but the amount of people that go through there every day. And our land, like we're right next to Europe, we're right next to Italy at that point when it was all kicking off. Like, so yeah, I'm not sure we could have done anything about this, to be honest.
What about South Korea though? And Taiwan, they're right near China and everything, and they
very true.
What's their populations? What
massive? Taiwan is massive. Like there's and it's tiny as well. Taiwan. Well, it's not tiny, but it's like Taipei. Me and Jen have been to Taipei. We've seen how many people are there. It's very.
It's got a similar population to England.
Probably. I don't know the actual stats, but they're like London and Taipei are probably very, very similar. If Taipei is not more people.
So why, like, their strategy was when
lockdown, but also everybody was already used to wearing masks. Everybody was always already used to like kind of self-isolating. Everybody was always as soon as they got a cold, boom, they were in the house for 5 days and they didn't go out. And if they did, they had a mask on. That's why masks make a difference.
And I think
that's what they did in Taiwan, innit? When or one of them country, I can't remember, Singapore, Taiwan, one of them. Everyone who touched down on the plane from China or whatever at that time when it was first coming to China, they test everyone for a temperature, and if you had a temperature, then they sent you back.
But they did that during SARS. Like I was in Asia during SARS, like whatever year it was, and you touched down in Taiwan, and there was doctors nurses, people in white coats anyway, taking everybody's temperature, and if you had a temperature, you weren't coming in the country.
Yeah, so we should have just done that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said. They should have just locked down the borders. Lock down the borders quicker, shut everything down quicker. Like, I don't know if you remember, before the first lockdown, everybody was saying, look, we need to lock down, just even for like the the insurance purposes and stuff like that. So the government like kind of plans could kick in. So like, because we knew at that point that the entertainment industry was fucked because no one was going out like that. And that was the bad thing. No one was going to like, I know my academy, no one was fucking coming to my academy. I was having people like cancel right, left and center. So I was there with the call saying, look, the government needs to lock this down so that the emergency like insurances and I hadn't even heard of furlough or anything like that, but grants can kick in, protections and stuff like that. But now, I don't know, I think I'm one of those people that Jen was talking about just now. Like, I think lockdown essentially is killing this fucking country. But at the same time, we're all going to die if we don't go into lockdown.
Like, it didn't need to kill the country, though. If they'd have done it before and, like you said, provided a living wage for everyone.
Yeah.
And then we could ride it out. And then maybe now we'd be in a better position. Because they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to give money to people for doing nothing in their eyes. Even though they are doing something by, keeping everyone safe, by not mixing and spreading a disease or whatever.
I think the problem is the government has underestimated. So what they've done, they've taken into account all the things that can go wrong, all the things that can go right. They've put it all together. They figured out this is the best course of action to go forward. Yeah. But what they've done, they've underestimated how stupid people are. So they've said, which is, I guess, is totally logical. So if you let's do an analogy. So you're holding a little kid. You say, "Listen, mate, don't run into the road. There's a car there. You're gonna get hit by a car." And this kid is now screaming, going, "No, I want to go on the road. Don't tell me what to do. You're infringing on my rights." And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm holding you, but I'm holding you so you don't get hit by a car. This little kid is screamed, ran in the road, been hit by a car, now he's injured, but now he's complaining that he's injured. And you're like, mate, all you had to do was just wait a second. The car would have gone past and you would have been all right to do what you wanted, but you didn't want to wait. And I feel like that's where these other countries, especially the Asian countries like Singapore, like Japan, like Taiwan, where they have high populations, but people that just listen and go, oh wait, is that what we should do? All right, cool, let's just do that. Let's just chill for a bit. Let's literally chill for a little bit. Is it done? Cool, let's go. Do what we gotta do. Always come back in, let's go back. Whereas us, we're very like, we're spoilt kids, man. We're entitled, spoilt little kids.
We are, yeah.
And it's just like, it's so
People have said to me, "Oh, how do you think Britain's gonna do?" Da, 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 da. And I said, "Look, if you just watch one episode of Sun, Sea, and A&E, and that's your answer right there.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of people who are gonna behave like that, unless you've got army out there to enforce a lockdown, and people have got under the threat of getting shot, it's not gonna work."
But even that, right? So before this COVID stuff and before the lockdown and stuff like that, it's like fucking a distant memory now. But the organ donor thing, like, it became mandatory to, unless you opt out. It became mandatory that everybody's organs get harvested. Like, I'm absolutely fine with that.
Should have been like that from the start, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Like, when I'm dead and gone, fucking harvest me, take anything you want. But I was listening to a call-in radio show and people going, the government can't do what they want with my body. They can't tell me what to do and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this country's fucked. This country's absolutely fucked. For so many reasons as well. Not even just that. It's like...
That's just the tip.
It's just the tip. Like, the people in this country are so fucking entitled that they think that having to lock down in your house is some kind of infringement on their human rights.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to even talk about Lawrence Fox right now, but like there's people like Lawrence Fox out there that are egging people on to think this way, to like kind of to think that their human rights are being infringed because they're being told what to do by the government in an emergency situation. I fucking hate the government. I hate them. But I know that if there's a pandemic happening and I need to wear a mask, it's not about me necessarily. It's about absolutely everybody.
Yeah. It's just stringing it. It's just making it longer. Like doing that. Yeah. Them encouraging these people to then not obey and then go and mix and then everyone passes it to each other. It's just going to make the whole process longer than it needs.
And it has. That's exactly what's happened.
Yeah.
I told you the other week, I went to like the end of the last lockdown. I went to the Carhartt shop. I think I said this before. I went to the Carhartt shop for the first time in months. Went to the one in the West End. Came back out and they shut down the top of Carnaby Street or whatever, like Oxford Circus and all that kind of stuff, Regent Street. And there were people just fucking standing on top of each other. Like I got shook and went straight to the train. I actually walked down to what's the one further down by Selfridges? Bond Street.
Oh, Bond Street.
So I walked down like all the way down to Bond Street, so that I could stay out of the crowds because I didn't like what's it called? Oxford Circus was absolutely fucking rammed. But people don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Like that, and that's the thing. Like they'll not do what the government tells them and stay in this longer. But as soon as the government says, right, we're going to laxen this off a little bit, they'll all go out, they'll all start fucking spitting in each other's mouths, sharing drinks, kissing, hugging, shit like that. And it's like, well, the government said I could do it. That's the fucking mentality. It's the entitled mentality of most of the people in this fucking country.
It's a cultural thing because I think we've spoken about this before, where you have in the eastern side, you have kind of collectivism where the society comes first, and over here we have individualism where it's all about you.
That's like American rugged individualism, they call it.
Yeah, you're the most like you're the center of the universe. You're the most important thing ever, and it's just like all you're doing is you're just raising a bunch of spoiled little cunts. And that's
this is what me and Nova was saying to Terra, like, because they asked, like I was saying, I didn't go and visit my parents because I didn't want to give them the thing, and I didn't go and do a rave that I was asked to do because I didn't want to have the chance of giving it to some young kid and then he goes home, gives it to his grandma or whatever and she dies. I don't want that on my conscience. And Nova was like, yeah, that makes sense. And Terry was like, I don't give a fuck if someone died of it. Whatever. But it's all different.
But to me, it makes sense because I feel like you can look at someone's life, how they live. And you can go, yeah, okay, that person is a selfish cunt. So it makes sense. Like a person would think that way because you can just literally just go, oh yeah, okay, cool. You've always shown that is how you are anyway in any situation. So this is just another situation that you're going to act a certain way in. And unfortunately, this country and a lot of people in this country have expressed that's their personality. Like this is we feel like we're the most important thing and we don't care about anybody else because we're the most important. And I feel like even
when you trace the roots of that too.
Being a cunt, really. Just being a cunt. Like born a cunt.
Yeah,
You're an actual cunt.
Like, no, but see, like when I look at it, yeah, I don't know. I trace it to the 80s.
Hey, listen, don't blame the 80s, man. The 80s were amazing.
I'm not saying no, but I'm saying like the attitude, like in Margaret Thatcher's time when she was encouraging that she said there ain't no society speech and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of encouraged that mentality, and whereas before that, maybe there was more of a we are society, we have to look out for each other, and
but
I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Because obviously that's the rise of. You're talking about the time where, in our society, in our culture, money started popping. You know what I mean? People started getting. You know what I mean, people started doing certain things in the cars and the drop tops and the Rolexes, and that became a thing. And I get what you're
traders and all that.
But people could also buy their council houses. The unions were being broken. All this different kind of stuff that Jen was talking about, that like this socialist collectivism that we did have in this country was a prevalent part of this country, because there was less people, there was less wealthy people in this country, and it was very much like a kind of class thing. But then Thatcher came around, and this is why Thatcher is still like a hero to certain working class people, because she allowed people to
get on the property ladder,
but buy their council houses, like take a step up in the social standings, like navigate up in social standing. But it's reflected with Reaganism as well in America, where like there was the 80s was the time when money just flooded into for better or worse, like things like crack and whatever, like money flooded into the streets in America. And you've got this idea that capitalism, greed is a good thing, and like kind of society as socialism is a bad thing. And that's that's where we're sitting at the moment, really. Like
definitely. I've seen that in American culture, in what they're putting out in their films and all of that. It became very, very obvious. It became more and more obvious. Like RoboCop, I was talking about to someone the other day, that was a satire on it, the attitudes of the late 80s and how they saw that it was going to get worse, and like, when Mr. Kenny gets killed by Ed 209 and his own mates don't even give a fuck about him.
Let's carry on the meeting.
You know what I mean? Like, all of that was like an extreme version of it. And then you've got like, I remember the film Scream, innit? Scream, the first one?
Yeah.
Like, people were getting killed. The other characters didn't really seem to give a fuck about the people who just died and stuff like that. And it all felt like it's an illustration. You've got Pulp Fiction where he shot the guy in the face by accident. They act like they just don't really give a fuck. It's all coming like in that kind of, it's being put out there. And then now I see like a lot of the young people I work with, they, the ones who, a lot of them are just obsessed with materialism.
Yeah.
Rather than having emotions.
Okay. I agree with all of that. And I feel like what's happened is there's a step that's missing, because there's a foundation that's missing. So when we talk about individualism, and when you talk about being about community, it kind of comes down to like kindness, like that phrase, kindness is magic. And when you have that, everything else kind of falls into place. So it means if you're going to say, I'm going to go out there and get this money. Okay, cool. We're going to go and get the money, but there's certain morals and things that come first, innit? So there's certain things you're not going to do for that money. And also when you get that money, there's certain things you're going to do or not going to do with it. What we see at the moment and what's been pushed forever is the idea that, yo, man, money over bitches, man, money over everything. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just about the money, man. And it's like, okay, that's cool in theory. Or is it even cool in theory? I don't think it is. But when it comes to being practical, it's like, nah, you're not even. What about friends and family? What about relationships? What about where we're actually going? Because what happens is, when you get the money, it doesn't mean anything anyway. And half the people that are talking about having the money never get the money, don't have the money. So it's like, it's not even like it's a fantasy, but it's kind of like a distraction. And it's a good distraction as well, because what it means is it keeps people in line. Because when you say to somebody, well, we're going to make these rules, we're going to do these changes, but if you want to keep your job or you want to stay on this path, then you got to do that. You got to behave this way. And any threat to that, you start acting like a dickhead. So this whole idea of, oh, the lockdown, oh, I can't work, I'm going to lose money. I would rather you lot die than me lose some money. Because that's more important right now.
What I blame it on as well, crony capitalism. So we live in England, we are like Britain, it is crony capitalism rules it. And obviously in America, the same thing as well. So then you've got all these people who are not in that elite circle of cronies who are handing out the contracts to all their mates, companies and shit. So they're like, they see all of this stuff flaunted, like all of this stuff you can have, like all this rich crap. And then it just makes them desperate to go get it.
Yeah.
So then they take on that attitude, they're going to go get it no matter what, fuck everyone else.
Yeah.
So it's just a dog-eat-dog world and everyone's fucked. So it just like our whole society needs to change radically from this crony capitalism thing.
See, this is the thing though. I was thought I was a capitalist, yeah. I was thought you know me, I'm a money, this is my hustle. I'm a money person, yeah. I'm always about my money. I'm always trying to work, but to me, the materialism only goes so far because I understand there's certain things that just aren't made for me at this point. So I'm never gonna spend money on like a fucking Gucci belt or a Louis top or what, you know what I mean? Those kind of things. I'm like, no, that shit is for like millionaires. Like to me, I'm always like, if you have to think about, oh, can I afford that? You can't afford it, man, chill. But it's so funny because again, working with young people, I work with young people who have trainers that cost £1,000. And I'm like, or they got the jacket that costs £1,000. And I'm like, that's mad, yeah, because you've got it, but you have nothing else. That's all you have is that.
Yeah.
Like, so what's the fucking point? Like, what we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, you got £1,000 trainers. Your mum ain't got a fridge that fucking works. Like, what we doing here? And there's a whole like, there's millions, there's loads. There's people that are trying to show off their Gucci belts to show they got a mum. See, one guy had this Louis scarf, cost like 500 quid. And he's walking around for, like, because it's Louis. And it's like, you're so lost. And you can't even be mad at these people because they're just the kids. The adults, us, we're exactly the same way. We're in the same, but just doing things slightly different. And we've got a whole culture of people that are like that are wanting things that are really, they're not really for you. And if you actually realize them, was like, oh, do you know what? I don't actually need that. What do I really need? What's really going to make me happy or what? You know what I mean? It would change.
I know
direction.
For me personally, lots of Carhartt, but like, carry on.
Yeah, but like, but then to me, that's like, I've said this so many times, innit? Like what you like, innit? So if that's the thing that you like, let's say, you know what? The £1,000 trainers, I really love those trainers. And I can afford those trainers.
Yeah.
Like, I can't afford.
Yeah. That's no problem. That's not an issue.
Do you? But also remember. Okay, let me break this down to you. Next year, the next car is the BMW 4 Series. That's the next car I'm getting. Yeah. Really and truly, money wise, I should really get a cheaper car. But I fucking love the BMW 4 Series. That's the car I'm gonna get. It's not gonna make me fucking homeless. Like I'm still gonna have stuff, but you know what I mean. It's like. It's something for me. It's what I want. But
don't get it with the low profile tires, man. They're expensive to
I don't like the run flats.
I don't know. My mate got a BMW with low profile tires, and it was like £1,000 just to get the tires done or something. It was just mad.
It's that all the time anyway, man.
Would you get low profile tires on your Rover? Have you still got your Rover?
Yeah. I'm on my third one now.
He's got a fleet, man.
Yeah, I've got.
What colour is this one?
Huh?
You got what? You got a blue one?
Sky blue.
Oh, you switched up the colour.
Yeah. I switched the colour, man.
Oh, you need to get you got the private plate. You need to get the private plate, man.
No. You
need to get the private plate.
Yeah, like me, I go with clothes. I go more on the fit and the colours. That's what I like. If the colour scheme's cool, then I'll get it. And if the fit, I like the fit, I'll get it. I don't really look at the designer name or any of that shit. And with cars, the same, innit? It's like I like that the vibe of the Rover. I like being in it because I'm not gonna drive like a cunt and kill people. Whereas I drove a Vauxhall Astra and I drove like a fucking maniac.
Because all
It's all triangle.
Yeah. Vauxhall Astros are for cunts, innit? So that's I'm joking. No. Do you know what I say?
I like the reason that's why you chose that car though, because I won't drive like a cunt and kill people.
Yeah, because I feel relaxed when I'm in that car because it's like got the wood dash. Do you know what I mean? The fake wood dash, the wood wheel. Yeah. I just feel relaxed.
Huh? Show us the dash.
No, don't show us the dash. Just chill, AC, chill, man. Chill, man. Chill.
I feel relaxed, innit? I feel relaxed, man. So, and it's all round. The dial's all round and shit. If I didn't have this, I'd get a Jag. It would be this or a Jag.
Well, it looks like a Jag. Like I thought it was a Jag when you rolled up in it the first time.
Oh, so, yeah.
It looks like a Jag until the Jag pull up. But see, this is what I like. I like this, and this is. I guess this is like our friend group has always been like this. Yeah, everyone just kind of does what they like because everyone. We all know we know ourselves, so we've never really been in positions like, where we just do things for show. Like everyone just does the stuff that they like. They buy the things that they like, and we're also in a friend group where no one's really gonna like. We're not gonna take the piss out of each other for doing something that no one else is doing. It's just like, you can do what you want to do, drive what you want, be what you want. And I guess, obviously we're a lot older, but we've always been that way. There's never been a time where we've been like, man, what you ain't got no name brand? Like, that's just never been us. Speaking of terror, he's got one song, Hungry Man. Song is fucking amazing. And he says, my trainers cost £20. Does that mean that I'm something? I'm not a good MC as you or something or whatever. But it's just like, to me, that's always been his mentality when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, I'm doing me. I do what I want to do in it.
Yeah.
So, but did you see the fake Air Maxes I put up on Instagram?
Nah.
I'll get you them. Hold on.
Wait, you bought the fake? You got it from Wembley Market? I thought the market was shut. All right, for those listening, AC's just gone off because I think he's gonna get some fake Air Maxes. I've been on an Air Max kick recently, man, and now I figured out. Now I found you can just make your own colours.
Yeah. You can totally make your own
colours. I'm done
colours.
then. I don't need to. That's me forever. That's me, man. What we got?
They just haven't got the tick.
I've got those. Hold on. I've got those exact ones. The light ones. Hold on.
Wait.
I'll get the real one.
You want the bigger Dan, but here comes the Dan of all Dan, make you look like Dan the Lion.
This is a real one.
So we got the real versus the fake.
One. Oh, whoops. Hold on.
I didn't mean to trigger a sample then, but hold on, let's compare them. Hold on.
Right, so AC's holding up a fake one and a real one.
Oh, what's that real one, Terry?
Yeah, that's the real one.
There you go, real one. Okay.
They're a bit battered now. I've worn them quite a lot, but yeah. They're exactly the same.
I feel left out, man. Let me hold up some trainers, man. Hold up. Wait 1 second, man. Let me get some kicks, man.
Yeah, these are 20 quid.
Let me hold up some kicks.
There you go.
Yeah.
We've all got Air Maxes. Apart from AC.
No, you got the real ones there too.
Oh, you got the real ones there as well. Hold on.
I'm trying to check it out. Innit?
Hold on.
Why isn't this quite? Yeah.
You got wait, and Terry's disappeared again. I think he's going to get another pair. We do this.
Yeah, no, they actually feel the same anyway when I'm walking in them. They don't feel like really badly made. Like, I remember one time when I was in France, I bought some fake Air Jordans, from the market, and they felt like they didn't have enough cushioning in the sole.
Oh, he's got that. What are they? The 97s.
95s.
95s. See,
95 Lunar Reds.
I'm getting into it, man. I'm getting to know my different Air Maxes as well.
Yeah, look. The two.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I was gonna. They're not the purple, are they?
They're the ones. No, I said no. They're the blue ones. I missed out on the fucking on the infrared ones. There's the ones that like I walked out the shop because I thought I'd get them online.
Yeah.
Done everywhere.
Was that the ones I got? The infrareds.
So yours have got infrared elements on them, but they're not the infrareds.
Not the ones. All right, cool. I need to.
The infrared. No, but your ones are the Safari. They got like Safari and infrared on them. But like, they're black Safari and infrared, I think. But like the infrareds are exactly like them, but they've got that red color on them.
Seen.
Yeah. They're fucking banging though, those ones. What's happened to my mic?
Did I show you my other ones? I did. I think I did it, didn't I?
Yeah. Last week, the ones with the fluorescent Yeah.
All right, cool. We ain't got to do that again. Yeah, man. We really doing that. You know what I mean? We really spending our money on our materialistic things.
Yeah, don't even make me draw for the Wallabies, man.
I see
you put them on there.
I see you doing your thing. Totally going against all our materialistic, but we like what we like, man. And listen, I'm buying. I've only bought 2 pairs of Air Maxes.
Yeah.
I bought 1 pair for I think they're like 120, 115 pounds each.
It's a good price.
Yeah.
No, they should be cheap. They should be 60 quid. Yes.
I wish. Yeah, actually, you know what?
Rewind prices back to 2001. That's what they need to do.
This guy hooked me up. He was like, the purple ones. He's like, you can get the purple ones for £80, but you get
the purple ones now
50% off. So I was like, but you know what? I was like, nah, because then it's like I'm buying a pair a week. I don't want to do that again. Like I've been.
So the purple ones are exactly the same as my blue ones, but they're purple instead. They've also got the Volt green ones, which are
they were out of
banging.
They didn't have my size in them ones. They went up to like size 9 or something, or something like size 6. I was like, shit. But it's all good. So this week's been a bit of AC, man. You saw me getting bullied online, man.
I fuck that guy, man. That guy. That's why I had to tweet, bro. I was like, no, I'm fucking dickhead.
What's his name?
Tariq Nasheed, innit?
Tariq what?
Tariq Nasheed, innit?
Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah. He's made a big career for himself in America. And he's come and done lectures over here.
Apparently, he's saying people like, he's banned. He can't come over here. I'm like, bro, man, please come over here.
He was over here before. He was here before 2 of my mates went to go and see him.
Let me know when he's back. Let me know when he's back, man. Me and him go have a chat.
Oh, he's a dickhead, bro. Like the thing about him, like even he's trying to say that he's standing up for all this rights and stuff like that, and standing up for black people. And then when he doesn't agree with one black person who had dark skin, he was calling him crispy. So I'm like, what the fuck? You're being colorist. How the fuck does that work? Yeah, and you're getting all your fans to mob on him on Twitter and call him crispy and everything like that. That don't work. Yeah, the guy said some dumb shit, but you don't use that insult because you're going on about white supremacy. The system of white supremacy made us hate dark skin, and now you're calling someone with dark skin crispy. What the fuck is wrong with you? I thought
it was really cool that I had a week where I had I was battling white supremacists and black supremacists at the same time. I thought that was cool, and I thought, you know what? It lets me know I'm in the right place. Like, it lets me know I'm in the right place. And also as well...
What was he saying to you then? What was he trying to say?
Let me break... So this is what happened, yeah? I'm going to tell you the whole story. I'll break it down. So, a racist white has taken a picture of a gay guy and was tweeting as if he was this gay guy. And so he's using this gay guy's image to say racist things. So then this guy, Tariq, has then started attacking gay people and saying, the white gays are always on our case, blah, blah, blah. So I just said, nah, at this case, it wasn't a gay guy. It was just some random guy. And so he took that. His ego was so fragile that hurt him. And he started attacking me and saying, you're protected white supremacy. And then someone was like, you got a white wife, so your opinion's irrelevant. And then he started posting like pictures of my wife and my kids. And I was just like,
him?
Like his followers and stuff, innit? But then I was just like, it's like the Twitter stuff don't really bother me, innit? Like to me, it's all fun and games. It doesn't affect me at all. But like, if that was like somebody who I could get hold of, then it's a different. Yeah, I mean, so I'm just chilling. I was just like, whatever, man, whatever. Because I've got this new thing. Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna bark at you if you're not close enough for me to bite. So there's no point me going back and forth. But I was just like, if you want to have an honest conversation, we can do this. But if not, if you just want to call me names or whatever, then go ahead, man. Like, it don't really bother me.
People on Twitter, they have no context for anything. They don't understand context and they don't understand nuance. They're not. Nope. That's why I saw a thing about it. I put a post up today because it's just fucking like dickheads on Twitter, man. And now all I'm gonna do is like, if I see someone write something that I disagree with, before I even reply to them, I'm gonna look at their account, see how they react to other people. Do they try and do Twitter mobs on everyone? Do they do this? And if I see that, then boom, I'm not even gonna bother, because otherwise you just get all these dickheads tweeting you and trying to argue with you and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I got the same shit from the M Hunt show thing. Just because I tried to add they were saying, why is he da-da-da-da? So I tried to add a little context to it, historical context, yeah. And then all of a sudden they just all going mad at me.
Okay, so let's rewind on the M Huncho thing.
Yeah,
so for those who don't know, M Huncho is a rapper / singer who has existed in a space where he wears a mask, so no one knew what he looked like. Well, some of us already knew what he looked like, but the general public didn't know what he looked like up until last week.
Oh, so you met him before that?
No, but I've never met him, but I know people that know him, that have done video shoots with him, all that kind of stuff. He works a lot with Graham Daly and the people in Graham Daly. So
but there was a picture knocking around of him about 6 months ago as well. Like there was him.
Was it the same picture as now?
No, this picture was done the other day.
Was it the same guy? Did he look the same?
Same guy. Yeah. Exactly the same guy.
Yeah.
So a video has come out showing who he is. So now everyone's going, wait, but this guy, he's an Asian guy, but he's been saying the N-word on songs. Yeah. So then, AC, you jump in.
Well, yeah. So someone said, why has he done that or whatever? Blah blah blah. I said, well, maybe he was called that because Asian people used to get called that word as well. So maybe that's why he's used it. I don't think he should use it, but maybe that's why. And then all these people, all they did was see the first bit, saying, "Oh, you're making excuses for him," and that. No, I'm not. All I'm saying is where the root of that might come from, and I've said he shouldn't use it. I don't think anyone should use any of these words. Yeah. So then someone else was like, "Well, yeah, they shouldn't use it," and then some other guy was saying, "Well, black rappers are saying the P word." Yeah. So then people were like, "Oh, fuck off with your whataboutism and da 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 da." So then the guy shared.
Is that true?
Yeah, he shared 3 examples of drill artists: Sticks, Axe, and someone else. And some girl was saying Heady One has used it. They all saying, because they're all saying they're saying he's got a red dot on his head, but he's not a P word. Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah. Nothing. So then that caused the whole.
That is super fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
But then these people were like, we don't care about that. That's on your community. They're saying to this Pakistani guy who was saying that as a point. They're saying that's on your community to flag it up. Then that's on your community to do that. That's whataboutism. It's got nothing to do with. It's irrelevant to M Huncho. And then I just thought, you know what? Like I just said, look, it would be better if we just stop using these words and we all just unite to fight racism in general. Do you know what I mean?
See, this is
they didn't want to talk about it. Then they didn't want to answer it.
Because this is the thing, yeah. It's not about the issue. It's about people wanting to argue.
Yeah.
And again, it's like if you feel like something's wrong, it should always be wrong, no matter who does it.
Yeah.
And that's just not a place where a lot of people want to stand.
Yeah.
And this is why, again, when we spoke last week about the storm in the Capitol, cunts at the Capitol, the idea of someone doing something, committing a crime, killing somebody, like whether it be left or right, it's discussed. Like, come on, man. And then even when it's a woman who's doing something illegal, committing an illegal act, trying to jump into a building, ends up getting shot, it's still not like, yeah, we got to win. It's like, what did you win? You what? Like, you're still a loser. And that's the difference. The difference is we got people who feel like, we're going to pretend that we're killing George Floyd on the steps because they think that's a cool thing to do. And to me, there's no reason for that to ever be cool. I don't care who it is. I don't care who dies. There's no way you're going to see me celebrating someone's death because...
No, exactly. This is what I always say. Like, whatever happens to anybody, like, there's no way I'm going to celebrate anybody's death. I don't care who it is, really, to be honest. Like, I could have my personal feelings about them, but there's no way I'd celebrate someone's death. But the thing about this is, it's the polarization of all of these attitudes on social media that you have to have like a polarized extreme view on something, and you have to gang up and do this and it's the same like Candice Owens, right? like Candice Owens. I was checking her Twitter the other day, as I do every now and again, sporadically. And she put out this tweet about, I thought the destruction of national property and property was actually quite cool. So also the left has told us over the last, like you lot have been tweeting that it's okay to pull down statues and do this and do that. But as soon as Trump supporters do it, there's something wrong with it. And the statement is so fucking see-through, right?
Yep.
It's so see-through in the fact that she didn't actually condemn anybody that was at the Capitol anyway. Nope. So so what's the point that she's making? But
stirring people up. She's completely
stirring people up,
context,
and that's the point. Everybody's so stirred up on social media all the time through whatever channel that they're getting their information from. Everybody's so stirred up on Twitter all the time. It's such a fake world of anger almost 24 hours a day. But
see, that's my thing is like, well, okay, like be honest, Candice, be honest. Like, how do you really feel? Because the things that you're saying isn't how you feel.
No.
So why don't you say how you feel? Because and I feel like they don't do that because they don't want honest conversations. Because if you actually start having honest conversations, right, then things actually get resolved. And then they can't get their money anymore because
their money cuts off.
Yeah, that's what they thrive on. And it's just like, you can that sentence in itself or that statement in itself, you can break it down. It's like, okay, so what were the left? What were they destroying? Models of like slaver statues. So then you're equating the slaver statues with the stuff in the Capitol. Yeah. So okay, cool. If that's where we're on, that's what it is. Yeah.
Have you read about the history of those statues?
Yeah, they came like recently.
Yeah, after they came.
Yeah, of course.
Civil rights people were campaigning for civil rights. Then they built them.
Of course.
The coalition. What was it called? Was it the Daughters of the South or something?
Yeah.
They're the ones who got all the funding. They're not good quality statues either.
They just wanted them up really quickly to
they just put them up to like say to people who are asking for civil rights, fuck you, we're in charge. That's the message. So and even them down is a completely different context. On
a kind of slightly different thing, yeah. What's even funnier is when they're saying, it was Antifa that was doing all this stuff. That was okay, cool. Listen. Yeah. If it's Antifa, it's all on camera. So let's get them, yeah. It's all on camera, right? So let's just get them and arrest them because you don't like them. So let's get them. All of a sudden, it's not that anymore. So it's like, you're being disingenuous, man. You're just not being real. And again,
it blew up in their face as well because it wasn't Antifa and the
people
they identified were like far right Nazi groups in there and shit that were being identified. So the whole Antifa thing, that's just blown out.
Well, they identified a Washington policeman, like a DC policeman. They identified soldiers.
There was two Seattle policemen there.
Yeah, it's fucking mad, isn't it? Like. I don't know. Like it all starts to like kind of fall down a little bit, like you say, Jen, when there's actual like kind of conversation about it. Because when people have conversation, these issues tend to get broken down to a certain extent. But if you're just firing up your followers for a particular reason, and this is why I don't believe any of these opinions come from these people anyway. I think that I don't think they come from Lawrence Fox, from Candice Owens, or any of them. I think there's like almost like kind of social media management companies out there that fund them and give them stuff to say. They say it, they see the return back of the support of the followers through creating fake political parties like Lawrence Fox.
I don't know, Terry. I think these people, I don't think they've got. Like I remember what's his face, you know, the guy Milo Yiannopoulos. Yeah. He had Steve Bannon, you know, emailing him because Milo Yiannopoulos has leaked the emails now. I think after he got fucked off by them, but he was basically Steve Bannon was like kind of like telling him what to say. And
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
He was coming with the ideas as well.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's a good idea. Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
But see, with Candice Owens, and like people like he who should not be named and Lawrence Fox, I think they just, like you said the other week, they just say whatever they think is going to rile people up and get more traffic. They might not have a social media manager, because some of the stuff they say completely defies logic. Yeah,
But I don't think they're intelligent enough to actually come up, because this all seems so planned. It all seems so like kind of set out. Like I think there's like certain trigger points that they're saying to their crowd
they
to
just
get
copy
them
each
riled
other, I
up.
think, as well.
Yeah.
Maybe they just copy each other.
I think they copy each other.
Maybe
I just think I think it's again the things that get said. They don't work with smart people. They only work with really like you got to be really stupid
fucking dumb
to like for it to and you know what as well. I will say this as well, which is kind of cool. The way progress works, it only ever really works on with it has to have some foundation in truth. So you can tell as many lies as you want, and you can have people that believe those lies. But as far as progress, when you talk about legislation and laws, it doesn't. The machines that make those things move, they're never really moved by like the bullshit.
No.
And you might have individuals that believe that kind of stuff, but as far as like, okay, to give you an example, when we had the Black Lives Matter movement marches, almost every single local council and probably in the country had conversations about it. What do we need to put in place to be more inclusive and to understand what's going on in these areas, especially in places that had a large black community.
You're talking about in England or in America?
In England.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you saw things in America change. You saw certain laws change in America, or legislation change, policies change. So things change. These fucking these weirdos can chat their shit. It never changes anything. They stormed the Capitol. The only thing they managed to do is get more laws put onto them.
Yeah.
From doing that again.
Just get themselves arrested and killed.
Yeah. And literally,
that's what they managed to do.
Again, one of the only things that they did was a law that was put in place during Black Lives Matter was about damage to federal property, which to this day, no Black Lives Matter people have really been hit with. A whole bunch of them are getting hit with it now because they damaged the Capitol. So again,
people retweeting that thing from Trump where he came in and he said that new laws are being put down now. They were retweeting it while they were trying to tear down the Capitol building.
Idiots.
And that was one of Trump's laws.
It's beautiful, man. So even though we go back and forth with these people and they do chat their shit, but when it comes to the way things move forward, it can only move forward in truth. Because what happens is, even if you can say Candace Owen and the other dickhead, they can say whatever they want, but when they go to bed at night, they know what the truth is. Yeah. So regardless of, they're not going to lay their lives down because they know it's not the truth. And that's where it all goes wrong. You have certain people who are dumb enough to really believe that, but they're not the people who are really pushing the message. They're just the people who end up believing it. Yeah. And end up doing stupid shit.
And they're the ones who get sent out on the front lines and end up.
That's it. That's it. Because I feel like the fact that these conversations happen behind the scenes. Oh, we should say that. We should say this. You know, it's not the truth. And I'd say if you have to lie and cheat, you've already lost. You know you're a loser, right? Because you know it's not the truth. Yeah. So to me, again, it's beautiful. I love when people say things that they know is not true. Because to me, it's like, oh, cool.
I don't know. I think they do believe it's true, though. I think they brainwash
some of them
themselves.
No, some of them do, but I don't think...
They brainwash themselves to gradually believe it like it's a cult, innit? They brainwash themselves into it.
Well, it's like when you lie constantly every single day. You just start to believe your own lies.
Yeah.
You start to appropriate those lies into your life.
Right.
But at some point, the truth's going to hit you in the face.
Yeah.
Like that lady, what's her name? The Rachel Dolezal or whatever, when they asked her, are you actually white or whatever? And she was like, I don't understand the question and stuff, because she's done that life for so long. Now she, like you said, she's internalized it or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was like her brain just could not do it. Couldn't answer that question, didn't know.
But the facts came out, man. Everybody else was there, and that's what happens. The facts are gonna come out. So people still chatting their shit. And then we've seen it this week, man. We've seen white supremacists, black supremacists. Like, you're not better because of your fucking color, man. You're not infallible just because of like the color of your skin or your culture. Like, you're all fucking.
I don't like nationalism in any form. So
Yeah.
I always think it's better for everyone to just try and get along, you know, unite and all that. All this nationalism I'm seeing on different sides, some of it's a reaction to other things, but then it takes like the same kind of, it goes down the same route as the first prejudice that started it off. So it's just as bad. Like the root of it you can understand, but then it turns evil as well towards the end. The end result is always evil when it's nationalism. So I don't like it, bro. I'm just like, fuck this shit.
It's just dumb, man. It's just literally picking something like that. Like you were the place you were born. But just because two fucking losers fucked and you didn't fucking just because you weren't fucking swallowed by your mum and you managed to be born on this fucking in these lines, in these made up lines, you think you're better than someone else who was like, fuck off, man.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I understand nationalism in the context of like kind of an oppressed nation, like and everybody gathering behind like
football,
like not really football either. But like I understand that. But if you're not,
that's like that's what I said.
And you're a nationalist, you're a dickhead.
If you're what, sorry, Terry?
If you're not an oppressed people and you're a nationalist, you're a dickhead.
Yeah,
there's no two ways about it.
But then again, but what I say, Terry, like sometimes the oppressed people, they justly are reacting against oppression, when too much nationalism comes, they become dickheads. So the youth, it's just dangerous, isn't it? It's better to just be asking to be all treated as a human being. And then that's what I think anyway.
It's like on Star Trek,
no,
it's like on Star Trek with the Kelpians when they were like the prey. No, they were the predators.
Yeah.
And then they switched it around, and then the other lot came and turned them into the prey.
What's that one? What's that
in
Discovery? Star Trek Enterprise. Oh,
no,
Discovery.
It might have been. Yeah.
No, it's Discovery. Yeah. I'll keep calling it Enterprise. It fucking finished the other week, man. Don't
talk about it. Wait, stop.
No. I'm not going to talk about it.
I've only seen up to episode like 9 on the first series.
What, on Discovery?
Yeah. You
got to watch. Hey, bruv, you tried to make me watch Expanse. Was it called Expanse?
Expanse.
It's pants, man. I watched one episode halfway through and I was like, the acting's shit. Like, I ain't in none of this, man. Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I got to the point where the bloke was wearing a fedora and I'm like, I'm out.
Nah, I'm out of this shit.
Yeah. What, who was wearing a fedora? The
policeman,
man.
The main policeman guy.
Oh, yeah. No, bro, trust me, it gets better. Keep watching. Just keep watching. I'm telling you, man.
The acting was shit.
He may as well be wearing Crocs and a Superdry jacket.
All of them, man. All the acting was shit. It was like talking about... he said some word. He goes, "Oh, what does that mean?" It means I'm a traitor. Wait, so up until this point, you never knew what that word meant. Like, you're one of the like, what the fuck? Like, I hate if you're gonna do exposition.
I can't even remember that first.
That's the first episode, 10 minutes. Then I was just like, nah.
Oh, so yeah, keep watching, bro. Keep watching.
Fedora, I'm out. Done.
I was wearing a fedora on my album cover. Terry was like, "Hey, listen to this shit."
I know. I did. I still one album that I've never listened to.
He was like,
why don't you like
that.
fedora? Indiana Jones wears a fedora, man.
Yeah, Indiana Jones wears a fedora, not Clive from fucking from Kings.
not fucking Genesis from Watford. Why are you wearing a fucking fedora, bro? What the fuck?
I'm going to see a gig tonight. My fedora.
I think we should bring. I think fedoras. Yeah. We should bring them back.
We shouldn't. Yeah. No, we definitely
fedoras and fucking suits and shit.
We got to bring back hats. We got to bring back like some sort of hat and suit and tie. Like we got to bring back the.
Oh, so yeah, the smart.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like you got to bring back the fucking. I mean,
I tell you, I used to love the flat caps until Peaky Blinders came around, and every cunt who thinks he's got like a little bit of style to him is wearing like a Peaky Blinders like jacket and hat. Oh, I fucking did my dad. I used to wear them all the time.
I used to wear the Kangol flat hats.
Yeah, I like the Kangol.
My dad's a proper flat cap fedora wearing motherfucker. So my dad.
Your old man can get away with it though.
Yeah, that's his style, isn't it? Like, like.
Why couldn't the geezer from Punisher get away with it on fucking Expanse?
Because he looked like a cunt. Because he looked like his name was Nigel from
and it's in
Milton
the future
Keynes.
as well. Why the
and
fuck?
He's going to go see Ocean Colour Scene down the fucking forum. That's what he looked like.
I don't know. See, I can't even remember this first episode. That's the thing. I can't remember the first episode, so I don't know. But you got to bear in mind that's probably a pilot, and the pilots usually are shit. So
I can't believe that far into the future and that in outer space, someone's wearing a fucking Top Man fedora.
It's only in the next century.
Still, I mean, if fedoras are lasting that long, then I'm
out of it.
They'll carry on. But what have you seen? The original pilot for Game of Thrones.
No.
Heard about that?
Nah.
Are they in
Proper
space?
Shit. Huh?
Are they in space?
No. It was proper shit. Yeah, proper shit. They had to recast. Some people got recast, yeah. The music got changed. Loads of stuff that it was a fucking mess. So this is what I'm saying. The pilot is usually pretty crap.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you go to the next one and it starts getting better. Because with the pilot, they work out, oh, this is not working. This is not working. Let's change this, change this. So
but what they could do is just text message you the fucking plot and then just dump off the first one. You read it, go, okay, cool. No fedoras involved at all. Then get on to the second.
Yeah.
My man, he'll be wearing that fedora because he's in it at least for the first series. So I think he does keep the fedora on. So you
You're not saying
get rid of your prejudice, Terry, man. It's irrational hate for fedoras.
It's not. It is. It totally is. Actually.
I think you'd look good in a fedora.
No, I'd look like a fucking coconut head.
Do you know what the funniest? As far the funniest,
I've got a really round face. Like if I put a fedora on, it'd look like a coconut wearing a fedora.
Terry don't play when it comes to certain clothes. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I remember the first time I wore skinny jeans.
I battered you for about 6 months.
so yeah, it was time to switch up, man. I've been wearing the baggies for time, like wearing the straights for time, innit? And it was like it was 2010 or something. And it was like, all right, it's time to switch it up, man.
Is it painful though?
Nah, man, what are you talking about?
Like skinny jeans, are they painful?
Nah,
no, 1 week I saw him and he was wearing like super baggy, like
They weren't
Armani
super-
jeans or something. Like they were big boy jeans, right? Or like polar print, like fucking army fatigues. And then I get to a gig.
Fuck off,
He's standing there like an egg on 2 fucking chopsticks, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you wearing? You're representing this boat tonight. You realise that, don't you?" And he had like a pink bandana on or something, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I got my brand new skinny jeans. I put my skinny jeans on. I looked in the mirror. I was looking all right. You know
At that time, I did get a lot of people inboxing me saying, "Yo, is your boy all right?" And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Your boy, all right.
And they're saying, "Well, what's Jen doing? What's going on? Is he okay? Like, seriously, like, do you need to have an intervention?" I say, "Bro, what the fuck?" I'm like, "Just ask him, man. He's doing his."
I was like, you can wear anything in your own time.
But bare people, I'm not going to air them
Tell
out.
them, listen.
For your safety, innit?
They know who it was, yeah. Tell them all, you listen collectively. Suck my dick. Yeah, suck my dick.
When I turned up to the gig, right? I turned up to the gig, and it was an XFM gig. It was a good little gig, right?
Was it the one with the bowling alley or something?
It was the one with the bowling alley. Yeah, it was
Was that Ilford?
No, it was in was it Chancery Lane or wherever it is.
Okay.
So it was a nice little gig. It was an XFM gig. I turned up and I was like, you can wear whatever the fuck you want in your own time. Like your own time is your own. But don't get up on stage with me dressed like that. Like, where the fucking jeggings come from?
Hey, listen, man. I came out, yeah, and I was looking all right. Can't lie. I was saucy still. And I've walked in the club, yeah. You know what I mean? And I've seen Terry from like across the way. And it's dark as well, so you can't really see me properly. But like the light, you know, in the club where the lights move around, the light must have just hit me at the right angle, yeah. And Terry's just broken down, man. He's just broke down, just laughing. Is literally in the middle, and no one knows what's going on. He's just pointing at me, what the fuck? And then Corinne is just like taking a step away from me as well. She's just like, she's on his side now, always laughing at me. I'm just like, you know what, man, fuck you, look, man. I look good. Don't worry about me.
But that's like when I cut my hair.
And Jen walked around on stage all night going like this. Phenomenon 1. Fuck. No. Phenomenon 1. So, WandaVision.
Yeah, I watched episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, man.
What do you think?
I quite like the angle, you know, the I Dream of Genie kind of.
I really like it. I really like it.
Canned laughter and all that.
Yeah.
And it, you know, when the guy started choking on the food, then you're like, okay, something's gone wrong here. It's like a glitch in the Matrix, you know, because the wife started saying
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm cool with it. It felt like a bit like Truman Show kind of vibe, you know, like where they're stuck in it. When I've watched the trailer, then you see it like the trailers. I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to be cool because then they go to like at the moment they're in the 50s, isn't it? Kind of.
Yeah. Then it's going to go to at the end of the last episode. It was like you're going to get to the 70s or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I think it looks interesting.
I really like the concept behind, like because it was so 50s sitcom in the first episode with like a couple of little glitches. But by the time we got to the second episode, when that like red helicopter came down and it was in red, you're like, fucking hell, what's happening? I really like that kind of tension building that they did.
And that big guy come out or something.
Oh, but do you feel like they could have moved? See, this is the thing. As a standalone, say you're watching it as like a 50s style sitcom, like I love Bewitched, I love I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah. So me watching that or watching a program like that, I'm cool with that. I'm like, that's cool. Yeah. But then when you go, wait a minute, it's still a Marvel product. So really the Marvel stuff should be like 80% Marvel stuff, and that should be the 20%. And I felt like it was too much of that. Like what they could have got through.
Don't they?
They do, but I'm saying you could have done it a lot quicker. I think you could though. I thought they were gonna go like that for like the first like 5 minutes, and then start switching back and forth, and you know what I mean, start doing bits and pieces. But
do you know what? I think we're so used to like kind of having stuff pandering to our attention spans nowadays. We forget what programs used to be like. They're like, do you remember Lost? You didn't know shit that was going on for like the first 2 series. None of it made any sense. I mean, it was visually like kind of engaging and stuff. I've just started watching this thing on Apple TV called Servant, and for the first, it's wicked, by the way. It's fucking banging. It's an M. Night Shyamalan thing.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing a series now, yeah?
Yeah. I can't remember if it's produced or directed or written. I think he's done it all.
Do you reckon he's just Stephen King's Alias?
Yeah, potentially. Because this Servant show is like... But what they did is they've drawn out... You didn't know what the fuck was going on until episode 7. And then you go, I get it. And cool. I really like stuff like that. That's what I liked about WandaVision as well, because there was little like... Because you know what Wanda Maximoff is. Like, you know what Vision is. You know Vision's dead. Yeah. You know that there's a context to this somewhere, some in the background, playing out probably inside Wanda's head, or something like that. So you know that it's not a 50s sitcom.
I know but then to me, the genre is too, like, let's say, I was someone who didn't like that kind of stuff. Then it's like, say I love Marvel, but I don't like fucking Bewitched.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna like it. So to me, I'm like, I see what you've done here, but you've given too much of that. Personally, I watched it, I liked it, I thought it was sick. I'm gonna carry on watching it. But I just thought it's a big risk. I guess it will work. But I feel like as well, they're kind of playing on the fact that because we're Marvel fans here, we're gonna watch anything they give us. Like, I don't think there's gonna be, the only thing that they've given me that I've been like, nah, I'm not really on it anymore, is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And the only reason that is because it doesn't fit neatly with the Marvel universe, or they act like each one doesn't really exist. They started kind of interacting, but not enough. That's the only reason I'm not on it. But if it was like, this is Marvel universe shit, then I'd watch that as well. So,
because it started out as MCU. It started out as like canon MCU, didn't it? Because they had loads of characters in it. Like,
it's canon. It's just not like they kind of, you know where it goes in the timeline. So season 1 and 2 happen around so it's in the timeline. So whatever it is, Avengers 2 or whatever it is. And then what was the one? Civil War.
Winter Soldier as well.
Winter Soldier was deep in it.
Because that's when Hydra took over S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff like that. So that all happened. But by the end of it, it was like, this doesn't make any sense at all. Because to be honest, because I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. What's the woman in it? What's her character called?
Sky.
Sky. Quake. So if Quake was in canon MCU, then she should have been at the final battles.
Yeah. See that kind of stuff like does my head.
She's like she's one of the most fucking powerful characters in the universe. Like, she can destroy worlds. Yeah. Why wasn't she there? Like, it doesn't make sense.
See, I ain't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Worst Marvel series ever.
It's worth a watch. It's like, to me, somebody who watched every single episode of Smallville should not be chatting shit about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because
I watched it even when I didn't like it.
100%.
Smallville or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Smallville. I watched Smallville when I didn't like it because I didn't want to see Martian Manhunter. Like, I watched every episode. I wanted to see him. But yeah, like, it is what it is. But I feel like the Disney series, they've got us. Like, we're ready for them. No matter what they give us, we're gonna watch those.
Yeah.
I just feel like
I
just.
saw a lot of people complaining about WandaVision online. Yeah, on Twitter.
Yeah, there was loads of people complaining about it.
They said they felt it moved too slow in that. But
okay,
like what Terry was saying, I remember like old things took a bit more time to set the scene. Like if you watch Trading Places now, Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd film, it takes at least half an hour to set the scene before shit starts popping. Yeah. The same with Aliens, that film, like it takes, if you haven't seen, not the director's cut, because then it kind of gives the shit away, but the theatrical cut, where you don't know that they don't show the colonists being infected and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, it takes at least half an hour before any alien you even see anything. It might even be 45 minutes before they first get attacked.
I watched Unbreakable the other night, right?
Yeah,
Unbreakable
that takes time as well, isn't it?
Fucking ever to get anywhere. Like,
I
enjoyed it.
No, I like it. Like, I really like it.
But
it's how the director manages to make that tension work, innit? And as long as you've got likable characters and the dialogue is good, then you don't mind.
Cool, but this is my only issue with it. I don't mind that shit. Yeah, I don't mind if it takes ages. I don't care if you don't find out what the film's about till the end. I love Dusk Till Dawn. I love the way that switched up. Yeah. That's all good, but I feel like it has to be in the same genre. Let's say, I'm making a film. I'm not going to tell you what the film's about. The film starts and it's like old style Mickey Mouse cartoons. And they're like, you're watching this Mickey Mouse cartoon and it goes on for fucking half an hour. Then you realize you're watching the TV the whole time and a murder just appeared. The whole bunch of roadman just shot the house up. You'd be like, wait, what the fuck? Like, what was I watching? Like, what did that have to do? But then if you go back, you see that there's a parallel with the characters and that was you know what I mean? But it's like, it's clever, but you've gone too far from what the genre is. That's why I think some people might have an issue with it, but
100%. There's loads of people that watched it. It's like, I just watched Avengers, and what the fuck is this? There's no explosions. There's no But the thing is as well, like I'm a pretty deep, like kind of Marvel fan. Like not as deep as some, but I really, really like Marvel from there. And there is an actual like kind of somewhat corresponding like storyline to this. I can't remember what it's called. I'd looked it up earlier, but I can't remember now. When Wanda like kind of goes off and creates her own world, because you know she's infertile. She can't have kids because of the experiments. It's like a big part of her like kind of makeup as a character. And there's this there's a storyline where she goes off and just creates her own entire world, because one of her powers is I think it's called probability maximization or probability distortion or something like that, where she can bend reality round. So she's bending reality and making it reality, even though that it's her own wishes, and she then has children inside that reality, and then Professor X has to come and pull her out and stuff like that. So there's form there already in the comics for this to happen. I mean, it's a very loose interpretation of it, but it does exist. So if you don't know that, and you've only watched, and you maybe missed a couple of, maybe you didn't watch Avengers 2, so you don't even know who Wanda Maximoff is. Like there's all these different variations. So maybe it's just for the heads.
Yeah.
It's like David Lynch films. You know,
I think it's for the heads.
Films. You know, like David Lynch films that are really weird and that. And
who's that? Who's David Lynch?
The guy who done like Twin Peaks and Mulholland Drive, Lost Highway.
Lost Highway, that was it. That was the one I was thinking of.
They got like really, really weird like things, and you might not understand what the fuck is going on, but you know, if that's in, I don't know. It's just like if you enjoy it, you just enjoy it, innit? That's
You
know, I haven't figured out what the fuck's going on in half of the time, but I still enjoyed it. And then
I like that kind of shit, man. I watched Shining, like a lot a couple of weeks ago, and then I watched the documentary about it, which I thought was a load of bollocks. This documentary called.
That's the one where they're saying about like they gave him, like NASA gave him the reward
Yeah.
of making The Shining. And then he had to put like kind of secret. He put secret messages in The Shining because of it and stuff. Yeah.
Because I was with him for a little bit. Then they started talking mad shit. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, if you see the way he moved the cans, so the cans are facing east and the other can is facing west. And what that means is the western. Shut the fuck up, man, you idiot. Like, none of that shit is that shit. But then I watched Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep is wicked.
I thought it was sick.
What did you watch?
Yeah, it's wicked.
It's on Now TV.
Oh,
I've seen it twice now. I actually rented it off iTunes and then I watched it on Now TV the other week. It's fucking wicked. It's wicked. Like, it's just a good standalone film as well. Like, you don't necessarily have to know. You don't have to have seen The Shining. Yeah, but because I was actually quite looking forward to it because I love The Shining. So I watched The Shining just before I watched Dr. Sleep.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Ewan McGregor is playing the kid from The Shining.
Yeah, that's right.
The scenes that they remake as well, like scene for scene. I was just like, what? This is sick. Yeah. Like the way they remake the scenes of Shining, I thought it was cold. And also I like the idea.
Bit where he's in the bar as well, instead of doing like a deep fake on Jack Nicholson,
they just got another actor
look like Jack Nicholson. Yeah, I thought that was sick as well. Like, yeah, I really liked it.
Because I was like,
kept you in the film. Saying Jack Nicholson's lines or not?
Nah, because it was different lines. Well, actually, there was some actually, yeah. But
so Jack Nicholson, that's how he got. That's how Jack Nicholson got first. Like that's how he got initiated into like the building, like by going to that bar. So when he went to the bar, like his dad was standing there instead. But I really liked it because it wasn't like a computer generated image or whatever. Yeah. So it really kept you in the film. Like, the guy kind of, like pretty much did look like Jack Nicholson. He was a good Jack Nicholson, but he wasn't exactly the same. But it kept you in the film. Yeah, I really liked that. I thought that was wicked. Good choice by the director.
And especially if you hadn't seen the first one, then it wouldn't have had. There would be no effect at all. You just be like, okay, cool. This is cool.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that it was like a weird horror. Like sometimes it's like the you're being chased, but in this one it was like, nah, it's the other way around. It's like, fucking, you're the baddies, but you're getting mowed the fuck down. Like they're coming for you. It's a very sick film, man.
It's pretty violent as well. Like there's a few bits in it that are pretty full on in there as well. It's not like, it's like a Hollywood horror film with like pretty gory in parts as well. It's a good film, AC. Watch it, definitely.
Okay. I saw a good Russian film called Sputnik that's on Netflix. You seen that?
No.
I saw it come up the other day. Yeah,
it's good, man.
Yeah,
it's good. It's like these two cosmonauts. They're coming back to Earth, and then they get like something happens in it, and then when they crash, one of them is dead, or something, and the other one's alive, but then he's been infected by something.
Oh, nice.
And then this woman who's a scientist gets brought in a secret like Russian base to try and cure him or find out what the hell's going on in it. But it's sick. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Nice. And then I watched that old film, Cloverfield Lane, 10 Cloverfield Lane or something.
I like that, man.
Have you seen the Cloverfield Effect?
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
You've seen the Cloverfield Effect? Because they did the third one on Netflix, didn't they?
Yeah, it explained what the hell happened, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's a fucking weird film, man. I like it, but it's a weird film.
Which one? I like weird shit. All of them.
Yeah.
Oh. Cloverfield Lane is my favourite out of them.
Yeah.
Which one?
Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, man, that's banging. I really like. See, that's just
Cloverfield Paradox. It didn't really do it for me, but the first
the Cloverfield Paradox. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't really do it for me, but the first one was wicked in the cinema. But I liked how the Cloverfield Paradox tied it all up and explained what the hell was going on, innit? So that was cool. But yeah, if you like this weird shit, Jen, you need to watch Twin Peaks then, man.
Yeah? Hold on, let me see.
Have you never watched Twin Peaks?
Nah, man.
Don't watch the film, though. First, don't watch the film. Watch the series, yeah?
Yeah.
And then watch the first two series, then watch the film, and then watch the new series 25 years later. Series.
What's it on? What's the series on?
I don't know.
I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. It might be on Amazon, actually. It's definitely on one of them because I saw it pop up quite recently.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or maybe it's on Now. It's on one of them, basically.
Yeah, probably it's on Now, isn't it? It's not
definitely not on Disney.
UK. It's on Netflix USA and that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's on in the UK. But basically, it's like a soap opera. It's David Lynch taking on the soap opera genre.
Yeah.
Fucking with it. So it's like horror in a soap opera, and it's comedy as well, and it's just weird.
But it's really messed up as well. There's loads of different kind of really surreal scenes to it. Like I remember what they used to be on like a Thursday or a Friday night or something when I was a kid. And it's one of those programs that me, my dad, my sister, and my mum all used to sit around and watch. And I, even when we were watching it at that time, I was like, I shouldn't be watching this. This is way too old for me.
When I was in church, this girl told me about it. Yeah. She was like, there's this girl, Laura Palmer, and she was murdered, and it's based on a true story, and they released her diary now. You can get it in W.H. Smith. I thought it was real. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So then I started watching it. I was like, there's no way this is real, man. What the fuck?
There's an entire, they have Twin Peaks Fest, don't they, where you can go along and you know the lady with the log?
Yeah.
So you can go along and buy plush logs and stuff like that and do all dress up. There's literally tens of thousands of people that turn up to it. My cousin Louise is obsessed with it. You go around her house and all the pillows on her couch are logs, all the plush logs that she's got from all the conferences and stuff. Right. Mate, one of my students came along ages ago who was super unbelievably good looking, this hostess girl that works in some she probably shouldn't say that one, but she works as a hostess in a private members club, learning how to DJ. And I was just chatting to her and she was like, oh yeah, I absolutely love Twin Peaks. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, I'll go along to all the conferences and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, fucking hell, I might go along to them if they all look like you. Dub that thing out.
There's
have a look at your Twin Peaks.
There's a nightclub in Paris that
let me see.
Is like Twin Peaks.
I've got Twin Peaks season 1.
Do they only serve coffee?
Oh, you got to pay for it though, man.
Oh, see, I've got the series on DVD. I'll just lend you it, innit?
I ain't got a DVD player, man. What come on?
What the hell? You got a PS4 or something?
Nah, PS4. Man.
People don't often watch DVDs anymore, AC. I'm sorry to break it to you, mate. It's not a
It's cool. They got it's on Amazon. It's only £10 for the whole season.
Okay. Yeah, you can get the whole fucking season of DVD from £5 from cash converters.
From a petrol station at 5 a.m. You can go into London Gateway, get a Costa's coffee from the machine, the Twin Peaks box set, and then Above the Law album for a tenner. You're mugging yourselves off.
You know what, yeah? I've not got any Above the Law albums, yeah? I haven't got the albums.
Wait, it's only 8 episodes for the first season.
Compton's Most Wanted, then.
I haven't got any of theirs either.
You definitely bought something like that.
I think, I can't remember what it was now. It was a Bay Area thing.
Maybe it was a Bay Area one. Maybe it was The Click or something like that.
Might have been a mix.
Hey, all right. Hey, speaking of music, yeah, AC, I told you I want to do this, yeah, but you be sending me your track, yeah, your STD track.
Yeah.
I ain't listened to it yet. Can we play it on the podcast?
No, because it's not mixed down properly yet.
Come on, man.
Then we should still
they're not gonna be able to hit it properly anyway.
I'm gonna put idents over the top of it. Can we just listen to the first
all right, go on then.
30 seconds of it?
Yeah,
go.
The bass might not be coming out loud enough.
Nah, they're not going to hear the bass anyway, but just that. I just want to get a feel of
listen to this on their phones and stuff.
Nah, I just want to get the feel of the lyrics, innit? The feel of what's going on. I need to know what's going on.
You ready?
All right, let's go.
I can't hear it.
You hear it now?
Yeah.
I met this girl Lydia, she had chlamydia, wanted me to bang a bear back so I got rid of her.
Hold on. Oh shit. Alright, so hold up. So this song is about STDs, yeah?
It's about a girl called
That is the best. Wait, that might be one of the best first lines of a song ever.
Should drop it one more time, just so that we can clarify.
Hold the fuck up! I met this girl Lydia. She had chlamydia. Exclusive.
I met this girl Lydia, she had chlamydia, wanted me to bang a bear back so I got rid of her. I met this girl Paige, she had AIDS, sticking the dick inside. night is not great. Met this girl back. Crabs. Asked me to lick her out. I said you must be mad. Met this girl Mia.
Hey, Terry, stop the fucking track.
Yeah, I ain't look at the crab.
Stop the fucking track. No.
Because I usually spit them bars on drum and bass, innit? So I thought, let me do a little EP. Like do an EP like with my drum and bass lyrics, and there's slow drum and bass bars, innit? So I just thought, fuck it,
Stop, man! Stop! Who had AIDS? What was the name? Nah, this is this.
Who had herpes?
Susie.
Shirley. Oh, Susie.
Susie, it comes later.
Hold on. Okay.
Who had a yeast infection?
Nah, fuck it.
I didn't get on that. I didn't get to yeast infection.
All right, go on, man. Let's play again, man. Start again.
You ready for this again?
Oh, fuck, man.
Right.
I met this girl Lydia, she had chlamydia. Wanted me to bang her bareback, so I got rid of her. Met this girl Paige, she had AIDS. Sticking the dick inside the suicide, it's not great. Met this girl Babs, she had crabs. Asked me to lick her out, I said you must be mad. Met this girl Mia, she had gonorrhea. Never beat it, I ain't looking to crash and burn like Aaliyah. Met this girl Sam, said she wanted a bang. Said she was engaged, I sent the evil chick back to her man. Like Tanya, wanted me to gang-bang until a backstreet abortion with a coat hanger.
Nice.
Always on her knees till she got herpes, life's mean. Bare dirty men and dirty scares. So use protection, I learned to live with regrets.
Sorry, can we just give I met this girl Bab, she had crabs, the appropriate respect that it deserves?
Wait, I've got to take my headphones off, but my head is hurting right now.
I'm sweating.
You didn't get to the hook, man. You didn't get to the chorus.
All right, we're going to run it again.
I don't know if I can take it.
All right, you ready?
I don't know if I can take it. Oh, shit, man.
You're a modern day fucking Keats, AC. You really are.
Modern day what?
Keats.
Keats.
Who's Keats? Oh, Samuel Keats, yeah?
John Keats.
I met this girl Lydia, she had chlamydia. Wanted me to bang her bareback, so I got rid of her. Met this girl Paige, she had AIDS. Sticking the dick inside the suicide, it's not great. Met this girl Babs, she had crabs. Asked me to lick her out, I said you must be mad. Met this girl Mia, she had gonorrhea. Never beat it, I ain't looking to crash and burn like Aaliyah. Met this girl Sam, said she wanted a bang. Said she was engaged, I sent the evil chick back to her man. Like Tanya, wanted me to gang-bang until a backstreet abortion with a coat hanger. Or Susie, the Shiner Queen, always on her knees till she got herpes, life's mean. Bare dirty men and dirty scares, so use protection, I learned to live with regrets. You fuck a lot of girls, got that HIV. Now your mother's crying cause your funeral is next week.
Oh,
Put
shit.
you in the coffin, left you 6 feet deep. Now the devil's roasting your soul for eternity. Cause acting like a gallus only gave you the AIDS. Modern day 21st century play. So before you back, you better stay strapped these days. I ain't talking about the gat, I'm talking about the handmaid. You don't wanna get the cloud.
Cut. Can't give him too much, man.
No, I can't give him too much.
Can't give him too much. Fucking hell, man. Oh, my
Mate.
God. Yeah.
He's wicked,
Hey, wait a
yeah,
minute,
he's
though.
fucking banging.
Hold up.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Hold up, though.
I've
No,
been
hold
spitting on doing that tune for like 5 years, innit? But I only
Oh, my
recorded it
God.
this year, so yeah, man. I'm going to start making some.
I have to go and get something to wipe my head off with.
I was crying, man.
It's just the Babs and Crabs line. It's got
Yeah.
it's got me.
But I have a criticism, though.
Yeah.
Why is it only girls' names?
This is what, because this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get a female rapper to do a remix. Like, like Ice Cube and Yo-Yo, innit? On that old tune, The Man's World. I wanted to do a thing like that. So I'm currently looking for a girl to do a remix and relate a girl rapper to do her experiences with men.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you gotta do that, man. You can't have like, you can't just be like all the girls got the diseases. Like,
Yeah. But that's why I'm saying it. There's bare dirty men as well, innit? I said that. Thing.
yeah, you say that, but you didn't mention no man names. You get me?
Yeah, but I'm
be
not
like-
fucking any men, so I couldn't.
Nah,
really...
you're not. But like,
Yeah. That's why I want to get a female rapper to do a remix version of it.
it's got to be on the part of the release though as well. It should be on that.
Yeah. Because then in the second verse, I go on about drugs, innit? Like females I've met who I've dealt with who had drug problems.
So wait a minute. So basically, you're just female bashing at this point.
No, I'm not female bashing. I'm just talking about my life. I'm speaking my truth. Do you know what I'm saying? My truth. So you know what I mean? It's my.
Did you get crabs and babs then?
I didn't do it.
Like he didn't do it. He was like, nah.
Mate, have you ever met a girl named Lydia?
Yeah.
What about that age?
No. You know what? I had to change the names, innit? The girl Lydia, I know she didn't have chlamydia or nothing like that.
The names have been changed to protect the guilty.
Protect the innocent. Oh yeah, guilty. Yeah, that's right.
I feel you. But yeah, you got the man name one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I sent because a few, like, if you know any good female spitters, who could do it, who could carry off that kind of beat and that vibe, then just let me know, man. I saw you interviewed a couple, didn't you?
Yeah, it's bad, but I don't know if they'll do that though.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the good female spitters are lesbians, so they didn't even know. No way.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that shit is funny, man. That first line.
Similar in drum and bass. I was gonna ask one girl to do a version talking about men on it, but she's a lesbian as well. There's a lot of good spitters in drum and bass who are lesbians. There are a few of the ones who are straight. I could try ask them.
They can still rap about it though. It's almost like write some gay bars. I can write some gay bars.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I haven't experienced, but I mean, I can imagine. I'm sure they can write some straight bars.
You got an imagination.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got onto the wrong Pornhub before.
Yeah. They did a pair of Nike Air Max, Nike Air Force Ones. Like they were the XX series, so they released them in like digital camo. I'm not really like a big like camouflage shoe kind of fan, but I was like, I'll look them up. So I looked up military XX on Google.
What happened there? Is it bad?
I've
never forgotten the images.
Military, army people?
Military XX, yeah. It was an experience. It was a scene for sure.
Somebody said,
I'm loaded with that. I could probably write a gay rap for sure.
Somebody sent a meme and they were saying one of the most important R's in the English dictionary is the R in Gary Oldman. When you're Googling him, you miss out the R and it says something totally different. You can find some other shit. You know what's really funny though, yeah? So on my Twitter, like people will like retweet porn every now and then. But to be fair, no one really retweets porn like gay guys. So the gay guys that retweet, I'll be going through my feed sometimes and I see some crazy gay porn and be like, what the fuck is going on? And I see who's in it. It's like, oh, one of the gay people I follow, whatever. Like women don't really do that as much. Guys are guys are the sick, man. We are just the filth.
No matter if you're gay or straight, you're obsessed with sex and porn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bottom line, like women just don't.
Do you?
I mean, a lot of women watch porn, but like they don't express themselves in the same way that men do.
There's only two.
Do you think porn is damaging to people's brains, like some of these people are saying or something? Do you think it's damaging?
No, not really. I was thinking this the other day though. Yeah, I was thinking like how because on this point. So the only people who really there's the RT girls that retweet porn onto my timeline. There's only really one other girl, and all the other girls who do that are just the OnlyFans girls. Obviously, they're like retweeting their stuff. They'll retweet their friends, so you'll see bare of that shit. But to me, that's got to a point where it just kind of like my brain just filters it out. Like because there's so many OnlyFans accounts, there's so many OnlyFans. It's just like it doesn't do anything for me. It's just like okay, so and so.
No, I remember there was like a part of my old work that I was doing with young people and that and stuff. We had to do like training on certain different things, you know, about radicalization and then this, that, and the rest of it and all this stuff. There was one section we did about sexual identity and everything, and porn came into it, and they're saying studies showing that these young people who are watching a lot of porn, they start expecting that porn to be what their relationship sex is, and it can F it up for them with their partners and all that kind of stuff. So they were saying that porn as not very healthy.
Okay, but so where does that end though? So it's like, if you watch, I don't know, a movie, you watch Speed, are you expecting a bus to that blow up or something? It's like, where do you go, oh, that's not real, this is that? And also as well, I always feel like it depends on the kind of porn you watch.
Yeah.
Like me, I've always been like a either amateur or solo girls. Like, to me, that's my shit in it, because that's just normal shit. I've never been someone to watch like fucking the orgies or like crazy shit or like fucking
No,
I mean, like with the cameras and the storylines, all that kind of shit. Like, to me, I'm just like, but even saying that, me watching something, I'm gonna be like, that's that. I'm not gonna then expect someone to be doing some other shit, because everyone's an individual and you treat people as individuals. So I feel like if you're the kind of person who's gonna look at porn and then feel like, oh, that's how real life should be, because you're watching some crazy shit, you're probably the kind of person who's going to do that in a lot of other situations as well.
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, you're the kind of person. I mean,
I
don't look at the fucking Big Mac and be like, yo, the burger don't look like the picture, bruv.
Yeah,
like, this is what it is.
Like you're falling down, man. You see that?
Yeah.
But that's the discussion that's been going on for years, not just about porn either. Like, it's been like, does porn like promote an unhealthy like kind of image of what sex should be? Does it like kind of enable rape culture? Does it enable like all this different kind of stuff? But it's exactly the same with music as well, like and films and stuff like that. So yeah, I think people who are going to be influenced by it are probably more influenced by it. Someone who's naturally like kind of has the kind of personality that dictates that they're probably going to be influenced into like kind of rape culture, then they were probably going to do that just by rubbing themselves up against a bin anyway. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not an expert on this stuff, so if anything I'm saying is wrong, but I
remember one girl I went out with years ago. She was saying to me that I'm not like the other guys she's been with, because they were expecting her to do certain things. Like, they were having a go at her, saying, "Oh, you're not twerking for me," and all this kind of shit. Yeah, and they were having a go at her, and I was like, "What?
That's just fucking weird, man."
About? She was like, "Yeah, how come you're not saying that stuff?" I was like, "Why the fuck would I? I didn't get it." I was like, maybe these guys have had their brains influenced by all of that stuff, and they expect these women to do that for them or something. But
See, I feel like
I didn't get it. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What?"
I mean, if you've got a general baseline, like kind of very low, like kind of respect level for women, then that's what you'd expect anyway, whether it's twerking or whether it's getting your dinner for you. Like, I think that if you have, and that starts in a lot of different places, that might be porn, that might be videos on the TV, but that might be what your parents taught you. That might be what your peer group taught you or something like that. Yeah. If you've got a very low respect level for women, then you're going to treat women shit. That's just the truth of it, I suppose.
But this is that whole thing where you talk about not just how women act, but how women look. So you have guys who are like, they want a woman to look a certain way, or be a certain way. And I've never had that. I've never been like, oh, you've got to be shaved or not shaved, or you need to not have stretch marks, you need to be fat, you need to be thin, all that shit. You need to have big tits. Like, to me, that's never been a thing. It's just like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, to me, it's just, we're talking about the individual. Like, what are you comfortable with? What are you comfortable doing? What are you comfortable looking like? What are you comfortable wearing? That's, and to me, that's all your shit. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So it's not even a thing I'd ever really be, I'm never going to be bothered about or even bring it up. I'm never going to be like, oh, you should wear that, or you should wear this, you should do that. I'm like, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me, because if someone said to me, yo, you should fuck it, I'd be like, who the fuck you talking to? Like, I'll do what the fuck.
I've had certain girls in the past trying to get me to change the way I dressed or whatever, and it just didn't work, because and they even went out of their way to buy me something. I just stayed in the cupboard. It never got put on.
Yeah.
So, like, I've never done that to anyone else. So, it just doesn't make sense to me.
No,
dictating to someone what they should wear or stuff like that.
Nah, do your thing. Like yeah, man. Do your thing, man. Give a fuck. Life's too fucking short. Life's too fucking short to give a fuck about what someone else. What else someone else thinks. What everyone else is doing. I swear to God,
like,
as well.
You know, like the influencer thing on what's it? What the whole influencer thing on Instagram or whatever.
I see you talking about that. Was it about Dubai or some shit? You were saying that? They were saying that influencers have like got people to go out in Dubai and not take COVID seriously or some shit. I saw you arguing about that shit.
Yeah. Someone tweeted that, but it was another thing. A woman was on I can't remember if she's on Twitter or on fucking Insta itself, saying about influencing. I was like, see, I don't really understand it. Well, what the fuck is this influencer thing? I don't really get it. What does it mean?
I guess like
a trendsetter? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I guess it's a trendsetter, but I feel like there's way too many now. It's like the OnlyFans thing again.
Profile it says they're an influencer, and
it's like you ain't influencing shit.
Yeah, and I look at their followers, right?
Yeah,
they got like 100 followers, and it says influencer. So I'm like, okay, so you're influencing them 100 people or whatever. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And then someone said to me, "Oh, you're an influencer. You got this many followers." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "I'm not influenced." What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
But I guess
I get it.
We just see things differently, man. We're from a different era. But like, I've had people say this before as well. Yeah, like, oh, because you've got this many followers, so you're an influencer. And it's just like, if I influence you, you're a fucking idiot. Like, I can barely, you know what I mean? Like, shit. I can barely hold my own life together. So if you're looking at me for influence, you're a fucking idiot. And I feel like if you're looking at anybody in that way, you're a fucking idiot. But at the same time, though, I don't think it's as clear cut. I don't really think anyone actually is. I don't think anyone's looking at anyone and going, "You're an influencer." I would say the original influencers are people like the Kardashians, yeah. So there are people that they'll do something and everyone will go, "Oh shit, that's what time it is now." Like the big rappers like Jay-Z. I would say those people are big influences.
Yeah.
Then you've got some.
There's a demarcation point between like kind of influencer and someone who inspires, right? So you see like some of the biggest influencers on social media, like fitness, food, stuff like that, because people want like a kind of an inspiration for their day to like kind of get fit or to what they should be cooking, stuff like that. So I think that is actually quite valid. I think that's actually quite cool. Like I follow this guy, RG Vegan or something like that on, I don't like actively go and look at his stuff, but it comes up on my timeline and I'm like, yeah, wicked. That's a good, like, kind of, it's influenced me to eat a little bit healthier tonight.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So there's that.
Remember that Fire Festival?
I don't think he was there, mate, to be honest.
Oh, do you remember the documentary?
Yeah.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
So they paid for all of those influencers to come out there and do that advert, didn't they? Fire Festival. It's like the fit tea. They were all drinking that fit tea or whatever, and it was turning out that fit tea was not actually very good for you. Or the what's it, Herbalife,
yeah.
They're all drinking them, but then they were saying some of them weren't good for you. This before in it, they had to change all the products or something. And there was like what was it as well? I see all these people like Fashion Nova. They're like Fashion Nova or something. That's like doing like all these women are posing in their clothing. It's like, I'm a Fashion Nova
ambassador,
something like that. Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is Fashion Nova and shit? And it's like, what's this man?
I mean, to be honest, right? I had a student, and his son, his career path was he wanted to become an influencer on Instagram, right? So he was saying, "Oh yeah, all my mates give me shit about it, blah blah blah." But if number one, you're making money out of it, number two, it's like a full-time job. Who's to say that it's not valid? Like, who's to say that?
Oh yeah, it definitely is valid.
Yeah, 100%.
Like the woman was saying on the tweet, she was like, it's an art form to get to that level because you got to be very conscientious about what you post. You got to think about everything you post. You got your angles. You got to get the good angles and all this stuff. You got to be expert photographer.
Yeah. But then there's an argument over that as well, like kind of completely curated existences that you see on Instagram are not actually real. So these things are actually affecting people's mental health as well, because they want their life to be like that, but there's no possibility that they could be, because they're like these like kind of influencers' entire career is getting their image curated for Instagram so that they can influence people, so they can get sponsorship, so that they can pay their rent. Like,
you see that with some of the models who are on there. Their pictures are very heavily photoshopped.
Yeah.
And so they'll make their waist really slim in the picture or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you see them do a random video, and their waist is not as slim as in the picture that was just there.
Yeah, there's a gender disparity there as well. But there's a gender disparity there as well. Like with the women that are on Instagram either have to have massive arses, big tits, half naked, tiny waist, stuff like that, to make their way within that influencer industry. But at the same time, you've got someone like Jake Paul, who's just being a fucking dickhead and doing whatever he wants and getting paid shitloads of money for it. There aren't any female equivalents of that. There really aren't. Like there isn't someone who can just be themselves and be a dickhead and have fun with their mates and set up boxing matches, and that doesn't happen in the female influencers.
Yeah, the female one is what you're saying is more based on looks.
It's more based on looks, of course it is. Like everything in society is.
But I will say this though, some of the influencers who are real influencers that I like are people who just literally they're influencers, but their job isn't an influencer. Like it's based in something real. So they were either models, whether it be plus size models, or they're ambassadors for mental health, and it's kind of like it all comes off that. So even for the stuff that I do, some people will send me some shit, but it's not like I'm not an influencer. Like I make music, innit? That's what I do. I make music. So that's the thing. I feel like being an influencer off what you do is that's the shit I love. That's the shit I like.
Yeah. I mean, I do that to a certain extent. Like companies send me shit, I film something with it, I talk about it. They either let me keep it or I send it back. So like there's levels of influence, but like you say, when there's an influencer actually doing something like kind of serving a purpose within a community, like be that a model, plus size model, actor, musician, like whatever, education, whatever, and they're influencing people with their genuine opinions or likes or dislikes or whatever, then that comes off as more authentic 100%. But then there is just an entire industry of people out there who look good that will show you stuff, and if their millions of followers like it, then they'll go out and do the same thing.
Have you ever bought anything that one of these influencers said is good?
Depends what you think is an influencer.
Yeah.
Say that again?
It depends what you think is an influencer.
Yeah.
I've bought plenty of stuff that I've seen people using, like that I thought I'd like.
Like I've bought cameras because I've obviously I want a camera, then I'll go and search the camera, then I'll see someone show the camera and be like, yeah, it does this, boom, 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 then I'll go and buy it. So that could be something. But as far as like, I think influencers work in certain industries. And again, I'll use what might be an influencer to sell my product. So I'll send stuff to models and be like, yo, can you? And again, I know the value of an influencer. So it's never going to be someone who's an influencer for influencer's sake. Because again, I know the industry. I know there's a lot of fake people buying fake views, buying fake followers. Like I know what that looks like, innit? So this is why I feel like the game isn't really the game. I feel like if you have a talent, then you can build on that talent. But if your talent or if your goal is to just be famous for the sake of being famous, I feel like you're being really short-sighted with it.
Yeah. Well, this is what we were talking about the other week, innit?
Last week.
If your aim is just to be famous, to go famous, there's zero longevity in that whatsoever.
And that guy messaged me one time and was like, "Oh yeah, man. If you send me some stuff, send me some hoodies and I'll wear it." And I'm just like, "Fuck off, mate. Like, I'm not gonna send you shit because number one, I know you're buying followers and shit. Number two, everything you do is desperate. I don't want you repping my shit. I will send stuff. I sent stuff to this one girl who she has like no followers. I don't know. She has like 100 people following her, but I see the engagement on her side of things. Like she does something, all her friends are like, "Yo, that's sick."
Yeah.
Same with even some other people, I know some of my cousins, my little cousins, like their engagement on what they do is cold. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna send you some shit. My sister, my little sister, like I see what you do as influencers, and again, it's all based on. My sister does fitness. One of my cousins is a model. One of my other cousins does design. It's all based around that kind of stuff. And people go, we like you because of what you do. Yeah. Oh, what you wearing? I like that. Look, that looks good. Where can I get that? And because
ultimately, number of followers, it really doesn't matter that much.
No.
It's the engagement that you get. Yeah. Like, so that, like you say, like this guy that's buying followers, you can spot that from a fucking mile off because they've got like 10,000, 20,000, a million followers or whatever. Then they've got 4 or 5 people liking their stuff.
Yeah.
It's like that thing with, like, again, we're going back on old news here, but the thing with like Benzino the other week, when he's got like 2 million followers and he tweeted some shit about Eminem and Royce and he got like 2 retweets and 30 likes or something like that. And it's like, how have you got 1 million followers and this is what you can get? I can get more than that. I've got like 1,000 followers. Like, it doesn't, like on Twitter anyway, I'm pretty fucking followed up everywhere else. But there's a genuine industry that's around all of this stuff now. I was reading an article by guy that used to Do Robots Dream. I can't remember. No, what's it called? Do Robots Dance. And he was saying, like, on TikTok, there's all these people with like 500,000, 1 million, whatever, and they're all getting like tens of millions of views on their stuff. And they're actually approaching musicians and saying, you give me money, I'll use this on my I'll use this on my video. Now, you can either be offended at that or you can embrace that. Like, you can either go, nah, fuck that. Like, he can go and eat shit. There's no way I'm paying him for him to use my music. Or you can go, yeah, fuck, this is the break I've been looking for. Use my music and here's $100 or $1,000 or whatever. It's the way you look at it. It's your perspective on the entire thing. Are you going to embrace this new way of doing things? Or are you gonna fight for the, like, kind of, not even fight, but like kind of reject this new template of how you do it? And that's just the industry. That's the ever-evolving industry in the entertainment industry, full stop, I reckon. But the social media add-on to it now is an entire new dynamic.
I think the killer for an artist who's trying to be heard and trying to get traction is that balance between your paid advertising and your organic reach and growth. And I feel like that's the bit, like, trying to marry those two things together and get that perfect balance is exactly where I am now. And I've gone both ways. So I've gone where I was getting really good organic exposure. So on something like Instagram, because I don't do paid ads on Instagram, so it's all organic, works really well, sick. YouTube, for some reason, I have to do the paid ads, otherwise it just doesn't go anywhere. And then again, Facebook.
You do a paid ad on YouTube, does it show up on YouTube, or is it paid ad on YouTube to show up on Facebook and other stuff?
It goes up on Google platforms, so I don't know where it goes on Google, to be fair. But even with that, you kind of got to be careful, because I've done ones where I've done it and I've got really good views, but no one's really engaging. So then you got to you really need to figure out, all right, am I targeting the wrong demographics, the wrong audience, the wrong country? Like, where do I go for that? And it's figuring all that out as well. So I think it's tough, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, so today I put out the video. The video came out for Edge, and the single. When I put the single out, like, I posted it, said, "Yo, guys, singles out." Got crickets. Like, no one gave a fuck. And I was just like, fuck, man. Like, I felt like I was getting some good fucking traction, but just nothing was happening. Then I put the video out today, and it was like, oh shit, okay, people are really they like the video. But then it's like, cool. What do you learn from that? You need to learn. So figure out, okay, right, when you're putting out singles, the audio's not always going to get them. You're just going to have, you're going to get the best results when you have a visual behind it. That's what Twitter's looking for.
As well.
Pardon?
The visual was fucking wicked.
Safe, man.
Did you do the flames on like After Effects and that?
Final Cut. They're just what are they called? Composites. But
how much is Final Cut?
200 quid.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's not. I think about ages ago. It's nothing. Yeah, I just mixed it. I mixed like lights, real fire, and fake fire. Put them all together. Real smoke, fake smoke. Almost burnt my fucking house down. Had to duct tape the doors so that the smoke alarms wouldn't go off.
Oh shit! What you actually burn? What did you burn in your yard?
I just got I got like tea lights in it. You know the tea candles.
Yeah.
So I got like hundreds of them, man. I just had them everywhere. And then I was like, I need smoke here. So I got like this big candle jar that I wasn't using, filled it with matches and paper, and it just like filled up the whole room with smoke and fire. Like it was so hot I couldn't even pick it up. And then I was like, fuck, how am I gonna I had no water in it to get rid of it. So I was like, how the fuck am I gonna put it out? And then luckily I found the lid and I put the lid on it. But there's a scene in the video, the last scene in the video, where I was like, it's getting a bit high now, let me blow it out. So I've blown it and it's just gone whoosh. All the fucking sparks are just blown in my face, innit? So I'm gonna
I saw that.
Fuck. I was like, all right, keep the in, man. But that the room smelt of smoke. Like I got rid of all like I used the shitty couch and I got all the cushions off the good couch and I got everything out of the room so it wouldn't smell of smoke. But yeah, we have a little fun. But yeah, it's one of them things where you're just like, I'm putting a lot of effort into these songs, yeah, but traction, like it's like, why does one song get 100,000 views and then the next song only get 10,000?
It's weird,
like, fuck, man. Like, what do you like? How am I retaining the audience? And also, what audience is important? Because a YouTube audience, guys, please hit subscribe on this YouTube page, please, as well. Thank you. A YouTube audience for an artist isn't that important. Yeah,
because like same with a Facebook audience, like hundreds of thousands of views on your Facebook video or YouTube video, but when it comes to doing a gig, then no one turning up.
Yeah.
Or like I know one artist getting loads and loads and loads of views, a female artist. But when it came, because the majority of the people that were viewing her videos weren't living in the area she did the gig.
Right.
They're all over the world. So, you've got to think about all of these things. And a lot of them, even the ones who might be in England, they were like some old perverts just watching her because they thought she's sexy rather than actually would turn up to a gig. So it's a bit of a mad one, isn't it?
I'm trying to figure out how to get people to my Spotify. Like I'm trying to get more Spotify listeners, and that's
what it's all about now. It's just about the streaming, man. So anything you can get to direct people there, like you've done that playlist. That was a genius move the other day. You did like all of that stuff. Just anything like that, man. Just direct them straight to the Spotify. That's it. Just one place. Bam. Tell them come here.
Well, I've got a Spotify advert dropping, not a Spotify advert, an advert dropping to get people to go to my Spotify tomorrow. So that should be up.
What's that dropping on?
I'm going to put it on Facebook. So I've got Facebook ads doing that one, a conversion ad on Facebook. So every time someone clicks on it, that's the only time I pay. So I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to do that and just leave it up for the rest of the year and see how it goes. Because that's really where I've got to get people to go. Like that's the Spotify shit that's what I need, man. Yeah, we out here, man. We're trying our thing. We're trying to do what we're trying to do. But like I said, people, please hit the subscribe button for this channel, the How You Doing Podcast YouTube page. We've been doing all right recently, man. We got some good numbers on some of the videos.
I haven't even looked in a little while, actually.
We're growing.
We've got more subscribers now.
We got a few. We're still hit 1,000, but we got a couple of days. We got a couple of weeks. We're trying to hit 1,000, guys. So you know what I mean. Tell people we're out here doing what we're doing, because we need that. And also as well, just hit me up. Tell me you've been listening to the podcast, because like I could get fucking 50,000 views on a music video, and I'll be like, yeah, whatever. But if 2 people hit me up like, yo, check the podcast out, some reason, man, that makes me fucking happy as fuck.
I've had a couple of people hit me up saying they're listening to it.
That's sick, man. Yeah. Corin's actually listening to it right now. Corinne, when I do the podcast, I can hear her in the other room listening to the week before. Like, it's so fucking weird. I'm like, why can I hear Terry?
You can't get enough of you.
What the fuck? And then she'll be there, yeah? Yesterday, she was there. She's watching it next to me. She's like, I'm like, who the fuck is she laughing at though? Who's the funny one? Like, better be me you're laughing at, not fucking mugs. Fuck.
AC's definitely the funniest one out of the three of us.
That's true. I mean, can't front.
Yeah.
Can't front. AC got
I give up my funny man crown to AC for this podcast, man.
Every week, AC comes with a fucking gold, man. Every week. Oh, give a fuck.
You see the Chipmunk versus Thingy thing?
Chipmunk versus Stormzy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about all that?
Oh, no, I'm not convinced it's proper beef, man. I still think they're cool. I think...
WWE shit.
Yeah, because Chip didn't really say anything bad. So I'm like, you said some, like, you didn't say anything that you can't come back from. So I feel like it's a bit more, is kind of Wiley, Stormzy situation. Like, yeah, go on, mate. You say some stuff, I'll say some stuff, and let's get big out here. But
the video looked good in the snow, and Gep's video with Stormzy had it like Sin City kind of thing. That was cool.
It's sick.
I haven't checked any of this actually.
Chip is fucking cold, man.
Chip is like ridiculous. Like Chip is like high echelon like rapper, like upper echelon rapper. Like what he does is ridiculous. Like those last two things that he sent, like way back whenever it was, like November or whatever. It's absolutely insane. I haven't heard the new ones though.
He's up there with me. He's in my like Grime MC is definitely my top 10. Him and like Manga, like up there. Whenever they speak, I'm just like, oh shit.
I think Chip transcends. Not that there's anything wrong with being like a grime MC at all. Like it doesn't lower the level or anything like that. But like I put him in like probably my top 5 of UK MCs full stop.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that at all, man.
Obviously you, AC, Rob, the bloke I used to live with.
Oh, Rob's got fucking bars, man.
Yeah.
Rob's the best rapper that no one's ever heard. Like, he has the best song that no one's ever heard. It does my fucking head in, man. The song is so fucking cold.
Put it out. He needs to put it out.
I told him I'm gonna do a video for it. Like,
yeah.
It is so fucking cold.
Terror, then Chip. That's my top 5. But that was a Agent of Change beat as well.
Fuck.
It was like the whole thing was like amazing. But yeah, he just never did anything with him.
That's crazy. Big up Agent of Change, man. Agent of Change sends me stuff all the time, or used to. Has kind of stopped. I stopped using him, but he's a fucking sick producer. A nice bloke.
A very good bloke as well. I've spent some many hours at the back of a Spanish rave with Agents of Shield. Then I wish I spent some time at the back of a rave with a couple of the characters from Agents of Shield.
Earthquake, go and use your powers, love. Shake that.
What is Agent May as well? Agent May is my one. Ooh. Yeah. I like the classy older woman as well. Like, and she's très magnifique. But he's also a breakbeat DJ called DJ Mutiny. Like one of the original guys, like one of the original like kind of tear out breakbeat guys. I spent a lot of time with him, man, and he's a good guy. I like that guy a lot.
I might give him a shot this week, see what he's saying, man.
He makes some wicked garage as well. Makes some banging.
Serious?
Like, yeah. He hit him up. He's one of the most like kind of adaptable producers out there. He's made some fucking killer drum and bass as well. Making some like kind of beautiful like kind of jazz house and stuff at the moment. But garage wise, he's killer.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got holiday, man. But yeah, that's us for another week. The Hey There Mate podcast. We out of this bitch. We'll see you next week.
There's only one way we can come out of this episode.
What's that? Oh, you ain't played the second verse yet?
No, we ain't.
Don't play it.
We're not giving it that.
Yeah.
I met this girl Lydia. She had chlamydia. Wanted me to bang her bareback, so I got rid of her. Met this girl H. She had AA. Sticking the dick inside is suicide. It's not pretty. Met Met this girl Babs, she had crabs. Asked me to lick her out, I said you must be mad. Met this girl Mia, she had gonorrhea. Never beat it, I ain't gonna crash.
All right, guys, we'll catch you next week, man. Until then, stay blessed, stay safe, stay loved, stay all that good shit, man. Peace.
My next door neighbours are going to be wondering why I'm shouting chlamydia at 10 to 11 at night.
Yeah, don't get chlamydia, man.
At age, Terry, what were you doing last night?
Hey, what's her name? What's her name? Does it rhyme with anything?
Have you ever met a girl called Pet Age?